It's day 31 of the Walk Off the Weight series, and I've got a finisher walk for us today. No equipment needed, so let's go. All right, Killer Bees, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving, and that means that we are starting like we have every single day this month with arm circles and high knees, you guys. You guys, we did it. It's day 31, and welcome to the last day of the Walk Off the Weight series. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend, and we have done it. An entire month of walking and other kinds of workouts where we have walked off the weight. And you guys, today, do you know how I feel about this one? Do you know how Blossom feels about this one? Oh, Blossom, I thought you were going to finish the whole series with us. Nope, she's out of here. Well, good thing you're still here, right, you guys? This has been an incredible month, and I hope that you have had success beyond your wildest dreams in one way or another. Even if it's not all about the weight loss, I hope that you have found success with being consistent, with learning that you actually like some kinds of exercises that maybe you didn't know you liked before, that you know that you can work out 31 days, whether it's been in a row or not in a row, however you got here, sliding in sideways. I am so proud of you, and I am so excited about today. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers because you guys, okay, we are done. You know, yesterday we were done. Today we're going to be finished. It's not really going to be that hard though. Spoiler alert. Today is meant to be moderate. It is not meant to be like the hardest workout that we've done all month. I thought about doing that and I'm like, yeah, that's not my message at all. You don't need to work hard. The harder you work, the harder it is to lose weight. So what are we doing today? We are doing some of my absolute favorite exercises. We are definitely going to get in lots of walking. I anticipate today to show up in the somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 steps on your tracker if you have one. And we're going to do some of my favorite new exercises from this series. And yes, we are going to do some finishers as well. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. So here's what it looks like. I've got the handy dandy gym boss here. Sit for intervals of 30 seconds. None of them is rest. And you know what that means. That means that we're really going to take the whole day at a pace that we can totally sustain. So we're going to walk. And then we're going to do a different exercise, and then we're going to walk, and then we're going to do a finisher exercise. So yes, there's a fair bit of balance today. There's a fair bit of sweat today. There's a fair bit of fun today. And because some of these are like still kind of new to me exercises, there's probably going to be a fair bit of me laughing and not knowing what I'm doing. But you know what? That's kind of what every day this week or this month has been like. Let's go ahead and start with our walking. So it's 30 seconds of walking. And then when it beeps, we're going to do low swinging heel digs. And here's the best thing about today. And here's the best thing about lots of things, is that today is a no repeat workout. And I know that some of us really like to come back and like master things. And I'm going to encourage you to do that actually with the series as a whole, because truly these workouts are very, very repeatable. It's very good information to have. So here we go with low swinging, meaning that our hands are not going up over our head, heel digs. Okay, I'm in the rhythm. This is fun. I like this one. I actually really love this exercise. It just takes me that quick second to kind of get into it. But I love this swinging motion. The side to side with my arms always feels really good. And I enjoy doing a little something different with my feet because we don't really do a lot of like heel dig kind of stuff around here. It's not always my favorite move, but it is becoming something that I really enjoy doing. And then here we are back to walking. Okay. So this is what it looks like. We walk, we do something for 30 seconds and that we never have to do again. I mean, unless you want to. And then we walk again. And then coming up next, we've got a little bit of balance. We've got a little bit of a finisher. So we're going to start with crane kicks, which is, it's simple, but it's not easy. I'm going to stand on my left foot first. I'm going to bring my right knee up to somewhere wherever I can get it. And I'm just going to kick forward. So if you can have your right foot up the entire time, or whatever foot you're working on. And if you can't, then hang on to something or tap down every time or do whatever you need to do to make this workout work for you. Because here at the end of the month, you know how to do that. This is a skill that I know you have gotten better at. Maybe you haven't mastered it yet, and that's totally okay. When it beeps, of course, we're going to do the same thing on the other side before we start walking again. So this is how it goes with the finisher exercises. Sometimes it'll actually be 2 intervals and sometimes it won't. So here we go. We're just going to switch sides. Oh, we're going to find our balance and then we're going to do some kicking. Nice job. The thing about moderation and eating the right number of calories and drinking the right amount of water and figuring out all of this weight loss stuff is that, yeah, you probably got a really good start in this first month, but really, unless you only had like 2 pounds to lose, you probably have a little bit more ahead of you. And I don't mean that to sound like anything other than, here we go back to walking. I don't mean that to sound like anything other than, I guess reality, but here's the thing. You have all the tools now. We've talked about what to do. I've got lots of video resources for you. I have this entire month. I have last year's entire month, the January series. In case you don't know anything about that, there will be a link in the description box. When it beeps again, we're gonna do Papa squats, not father squats, pop, squat. Papa squat and hands go up. Papa squat, hands go up. I'm pretty sure this one's it's just one of my favorites. I was gonna say it's my favorite. It's not. There's a couple of other things coming up that I really enjoy also. When it beeps again, we're coming back to walking. Oh my goodness. But you guys, I have so many video resources for you so that you can continue on your weight loss journey in whatever manner works best for you. And then here we come back to walking. Awesome. And then we don't have to do any more Papa squats unless you want to. When it beeps again, we're going to do star balance. Now here's the thing about star balance. I'm going to let us do this the easy way, meaning that we're going to go back and forth. So we're going to have hands up overhead. We're going to tip to one side wherever you can get to. It does not have to be very far over. It won't be for me. So you're going to tip to the side however far you can recover from, and then we'll tip to the other side. So we're going to be balancing on both sides. So this will just be one interval, which means that hands up overhead, star balance. It means that your heart rate's going to stay up a little higher. This is the trick on some of these balancing intervals where we're doing one interval on each side. Yeah, the balancing is tough, but it is a break from the cardio. So again, manage your heart rate. Think about what we're doing, thinking about the whole workout and the whole series. What can you do today to make sure that you can still work out tomorrow? Here we come back to walking. Awesome job. You guys. Hi, Blossom, are you coming back? Nope. Just walking through. So you guys, when it beeps again, we're doing upside down jacks. Going to start with our hands up overhead. As our hands are doing jumping jacks, we're going to take a big step out to the side, really kind of transfer over our weight, which is the tough part of that exercise because you're really taking that big step, really doing a little bit of extra bonus toning even while we're doing cardio on your inner and outer thighs. So hands up, coming down in that upside down jack. When it beeps again, we're going to come back to walking. But you guys, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right here, even kind of early in the workout. I am creating for you another series already. And in fact, at the end of today's video, when I say that I'll see you tomorrow, I'm really going to see you tomorrow. It's so exciting. I know that I use that word possibly way too much. Here we go back to walking. But I am really excited about this. I have another series for you. I have created for you another 7-day weight loss series that is perfect for those of us of a certain age. You did come back. Thank you, Blossom. That's so nice of you. She's very excited about the new series too. I have to imagine Blossom is going to be my co-pilot in the next series as well. You guys, when it beeps again, we are doing front kick, back kick. This is one of the tough ones. Don't mind Blossom. I'm going to stand on one foot for one whole interval. So front kick and back kick and front kick. Really, don't mind Blossom. She does this sometimes. We joke about it that she just forgets to breathe. She's never had any kind of medical emergency. I know it sounds kind of frightening, but she literally does this all the time. Oh, sweetie pie, you just can't settle down, can you? Okay, well, good thing these workouts aren't very long because it sounds like she might need something from me. Here we go on the other side. Front kick and back kick. Front kick and back kick. But you guys, the new 7-day series also meant to be very repeatable throughout the month of February. You can mix it in with this series and the other series. You can do the 7 days, 4 times, well, especially in February, you can do it 4 times in a row because that's the only month where that actually works out perfectly. Here we come back to walking. Awesome job. You can do with this series, the new series, whatever you like. And I'm going to tell you an even bigger secret. This is what I am planning on doing every month. I'm going to have a new 7-day series every month for the foreseeable future. I was going to announce like, oh, this year. I don't know. When it beeps again, we're doing push, push. Not push, push, crunch. Just push, push. I'm going to scoot over a little bit and get ready for it. We're going to push and push and push and push. I love this one. You know, when I made up the push, push, crunch, which, I mean, I'm surely not the first person who's ever done such a thing, but when I made it up for myself and gave it the name push, push, crunch, I thought that that was such a fabulous exercise. Couldn't possibly improve on it, could I? Sure I could. I could take away the crunch part. And I could really enjoy the pushing and pushing. When it beeps again, we're going back to walking. Oh my goodness, this one you can really get rocking. Oh my gosh, and I just realized, because I did one push one way and one push the other, we could bring it down to just push. That would be fun too. We'll see in the next series if such a thing makes its debut. You guys, when it beeps again, we're going to do super slow letter K's, and I am allowing us to do this one the easy way. You'll notice that I'm going to mention that sometimes I'm letting us do it the easy way, where we go back and forth, not trying to balance on one foot for the entire time. That's on purpose. I want to make sure. Here we go with super slow letter K. And not letter K. I'll never forget that again. Thank you, Lori. Letter K. Ooh, nice and slow. Pull in your core. Awesome job. When it beeps again, we're coming back to walking. Thinking about, oh my gosh, moving from fast to slow. It's starting to get more difficult here about midway in the workout. That's what happens when your heart rate comes up. All of a sudden, we have to think a little bit harder. Here we come back to walking. Awesome job. This is what I enjoy about this kind of a mixed workout, where we've got cardio, we've got the body weight strength with the balance element, and we really have to kind of think about where we are and what we're doing. And it's why I offer you so many beautiful choices for you to be able to decide what you want to do, how you want to move forward with your weight loss journey. When it beeps again, we're going to do pretzel jacks. Hands are doing jumping jacks, legs are doing just a pretzel. For those of you who are relatively new to the Paula B Fitness channel, I will tell you, there is a much more difficult version of this exercise. I used to call them well, I still do, just haven't done them during this series, called leg twister jacks. And it's where we would twist our legs, not just in like this, but both in and out and in again. And it was very confusing for all of us. And that's why I love this simpler version that still really makes us think. Here we are at walking again. Still really makes us think about our body, and we get some lovely toning with the inner and outer thigh, plus the inner and outer glutes by turning our hip in like that, or turning your hip out because your knee is out. I love creating new things for you so that you can enjoy something a little bit different on your way to getting whatever you want in the world. You guys, when it beeps again, we're doing a full body plank. Oh my gosh. I love this finisher. Okay. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your backs of your thighs, squeeze your hips, squeeze up into your abs, squeeze your chest, squeeze your arms, squeeze your back, squeeze, 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 squeeze every single thing on your body. You're breathing, but you are squeezing. If it lets go, squeeze it again. That's totally okay. It's hard to hang on for 30 seconds, but we're squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And when it beeps again, we're going to come back to walking. You can do it. You can hang on. You're doing awesome. This is tough stuff. And we're back to walking. Now, don't let that mean that you get to let your core go. Even when we're walking, we're still pulling in our core, but we're not pulling it in quite as tightly as we did on that full body plank. I love that full body plank. Such a fun finisher. And now, And now we don't have to do it again because this is a no repeat kind of a workout. When it beeps again, we're gonna do punch down, tap outs. Now this one, honestly, it wasn't especially new, but I realized when I was putting together this workout that we really didn't do it very much this month. So punch down and tap out. Punch down and tap out. And because we don't have our hands up overhead, it is one of my favorite exercises. There are plenty of ways to bring your heart rate up really nicely while keeping it moderate, and this is one of them. Having your feet and arms moving in different directions, pulling in your core, really thinking about moving kind of laterally like this. For me, it's a great way to bring up my heart rate without too much up overhead, and then we are back at walking. So it had to get included in today's favorites. All right, you guys, when it beeps again, we're gonna do, I'm gonna make you do this the hard way. Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of a finisher vibe to today. I know you've noticed. So we're gonna do super slow toy soldiers, and we are gonna do one entire interval on one side. If you need to move over towards a wall or a chair or something, go ahead and do that now. I mean, I had already told you that we were gonna be doing balance work today, but this is particularly difficult balance. If you can do the whole 30 seconds without tapping down, that's amazing. I'm gonna try. We'll see how that works. Opposite hand, reaching for opposite kicking foot, and I'm not really going all that slow. I call them super slow toy soldiers, and I'm doing them like super medium toy soldiers. Let me see if I can slow this down, because of course that'll make it harder. The slower we go, the more difficult it is, and that's why I was trying to go fast. When it beeps again, yes, here we go on the other side. Super slow toy soldiers, not just like medium slow. Excellent, excellent job pulling your core. Doing your best. If you need to tap, if you're falling out of it, try really hard to fall in a controlled manner, like put your foot down quickly, because as we fall out of these things, I mean, we've talked about this, as you're coming out of a pose is actually when we end up hurting ourselves sometimes. When it beeps again, we're coming back to walking. Such a good job, yes. Here we go. All right, and look at that. I fell out of my walking pose. My friends, if you have learned nothing from me this month, let it be this, or anything from me this month, let it be this. I make mistakes. Making mistakes is not something that's going to stop you from getting where you want to go. I'm getting where I want to go, and I make mistakes all the time. When it beeps again, this one might be my favorite. We're doing airplane arms side taps. So hands are going to be out to the side. We're tapping to the side while making that airplane noise if you want to. You don't have to. It's just fun and silly. Tapping from side to side, moving your opposite hand down to the side towards your opposite foot. You're right, it is, in fact, a side bend. I know. We're always getting some sneaky toning in with our cardio moves. When it beeps again, we're coming back to walking. Such a fun one. I love that one. I love that one. I think it's because I make the airplane noise though. Which at some point, I mean, I know that I tell the story about day breaks, like literally every time we do day breaks. At some point, you're probably going to become annoyed that I make the airplane sound every time. So I'll do my best to keep that one to a minimum. Anyways, coming up next, we're going to do super slow, wide open side kicks. And I'm going to let us alternate on this one. So this one is going to be the easier, it's never easy, the easier way. So hands right here at your chest. We're going to come open, nice and wide. How long can you hang here? And then close it up just as slowly as you went out. That's the hard part. As you well know, putting your foot back down in the slow and controlled manner is the hard part of this balance. Getting your foot up, of course you could move slow on that one. Bringing it back down slow is where all the work is. Awesome job. I know, I'm singing. You guys, this is such a good day. I feel like it's graduation day. Here we come back to walking. And ordinarily, I mean, every other time that I've done any kind of a series at all, I have always finished the last day and felt like really emotional. Like, oh my gosh, we're done and we had such a good time together. And now I'm just gonna go back to like putting out a video sometimes. And I don't feel that way today. I mean, it does feel like graduation. We're done with this. When it beeps again, by the way, we're doing reverse ding-dongs. Hands going one way, foot dinging and donging the other way. So hands are swinging low, meaning not over your head. Foot is not going out on the same side. Really pulling in your core, really thinking about moving across trust your body, getting some good work in your glutes, getting some good work in your abs, getting some good work for your heart and lungs, having a good time, getting this one rocking, but not feeling quite as much like a weeble wobble because we are counterbalancing ourselves on this one. When it beeps again, coming back to walking. Excellent job. I love this one too. I still like regular ding-dongs better though, which is, I mean, it made my favorites list for today, but I mean, it's not like my favorite. You guys, this is not the finisher of the finisher, but you're gonna think it is. Coming up next, I'm not letting us do this the easy way. We are doing Drinky Birds. I know you knew it was coming. You knew this was coming. You did. You knew this was coming. So we're doing Drinky Birds next. We're gonna do an entire interval on one side, unless you just can't, and that's totally okay. You can always make these workouts work for you. Come on down. How long can you hang here? Thinking about your hip facing the ground, your toe facing the ground, the work coming from your glutes. Standing glute is holding you up. The other glute, the flying glute, is actually the one driving this motion. That glute squeezing is what's pulling up your leg and tipping your torso forward. When it beeps, we're gonna do this exact same thing on the other side. Awesome job. Come out of it nicely. You know that. Come out of it nicely. Now here's the thing. When it beeps again, we are done. We're not quite finished. I'm going to let us walk one more time so that we can kind of come out of this pose nicely and go into something gentle. So I do have a walking interval for us. And then I've got one final thing. And I know some of you are like, what in the world could be harder than Drinky Birds? Well, it depends on your definition. I personally find it more difficult because I've been practicing Drinky Birds so much. But you might not. We'll see. Let's go ahead and walk. Let's go ahead and walk. And we are done, but we're not quite finished. I know. I'm going to say that one forever. I'm going to say that one in the new series. You better believe it. When it beeps again. We're doing around the world kicks, and that will be our final thing. We're going to do one interval on one leg, and then the other interval on the other leg, and then we will be better than done with this whole series. And I am going to get emotional because that's what I do, you guys. This was a big deal. Here we go with around the world kicks. We're kicking forward. We're kicking out to the side. Ooh, throwing ourselves off balance and then kicking to the rear, wherever you can get to. And then coming back to the front, forward and side, which isn't all the way around the world, by the way, of course. We're only going north, south, and what? Well, this time we're going east. Yeah, I had to think about that. Well, and in fact, I really had to think about that because technically speaking, the way I am literally facing, I'm kicking, here we go, I'm kicking east and then north and then west in my house. And you might be kicking anywhere at all. Do you have a good compass in your head for things like that? I do sometimes. I just happen to know that the sun comes up over there. You guys, when it beeps again, it is the last time that it is going to beep in the Walk Off the Weight series, and that isn't going to make me cry, but it is a little, because this has been a great time this month. You guys, I'm so proud of you. Let's go ahead and do some tappers and cool this down. But you know what? I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm totally going to see you tomorrow. I've got new content coming out for the next 7 days that you can then repeat or use however you want to for the whole month of February and beyond and beyond. I'm so proud of you, and I hope that you really take a couple of minutes today, especially as you finish day 31, to be incredibly proud of yourself. No matter how many times you left the timer somewhere else or had trouble with your words or fell out of a balance pose, hello, me. This was a fantastic month, and you did amazing. Some results show up on the scale, and some of them show up in your life. Let's go ahead and do nice big arm openers. Open up and feel how amazing you are, and then close it up and give yourself a great big hug and a pat on the back for a job really well done. You know I'm going to have you for you on screen. I'm going to have the extended cool down because that's what we do. I'm still going to have for you the 5-0 method, that video that tells you all about how to lose weight. I'm going to keep putting that on the end of like pretty much every video ever so that you have that reminder right in front of you anytime you need it. These are the 5 simple things that we do every single day. It never gets harder than this, and the harder you work, the harder it is to lose weight. Let it be easy, my friends. Let it feel like a hug. You guys, click that subscribe button before you go. And I'll see you tomorrow.